cái này 3 triệu.
3 triệu ạ? Vâng. Lốp lát thì mất hết lốp rồi, 6 cua lốp kia rồi. Bác bán bao nhiêu đấy bác ơi? Thế để cháu gửi tiền bác ơi.
Trước kia
The talented girl we're talking about today once again surprises everyone by finding and buying a truly remarkable car. At first glance, no one would think this vehicle has any real value. In fact, most people would probably see it as nothing more than scrap, rather than something that could still be used. The car clearly carries the marks of time. Based on its overall condition, it's estimated to be around 60 to 70 years old, about the same age as my grandfather. Its exterior has faded over the years, losing any shine it once had. The paint is peeling in many places, and in some areas, moss has even started to grow, making it look like it has been abandoned for a very long time. Not only that, but the metal parts have also severely deteriorated. The edges are corroded, and many components are heavily rusted. Overall, the car looks old, outdated, and nearly worthless. For most people, this is definitely not something worth spending money on, let alone investing time and effort to restore. However, for this girl, everything is completely different. While others only see something worn out and worthless, she sees potential. That's the key difference between an ordinary person and someone with creative thinking and a sharp business mindset. To her, this car is not just a pile of scrap metal. It's an opportunity, a real bargain that not everyone can recognize. She understands that the value of an object does not lie in its current appearance, but in its ability to be restored and reused. As long as the car can still be repaired, especially the engine, then it still has a future. The first thing she focuses on is fixing the engine system. This is the most important part because no matter how good a car looks, if it cannot run, it has no real value. On the other hand, if the engine works smoothly, even an old car can become something useful. After a thorough inspection, she begins the repair process, replacing damaged parts and carefully cleaning every detail inside the engine. This work requires not only skill, but also patience and precision. Not everyone can do this, especially with vehicles that are this old. As the engine is gradually restored and starts running smoothly again, the value of the car immediately changes. From something that once seemed useless, it begins to turn into a functional vehicle. Next, she moves on to refurbishing the exterior. There's no need to make it overly perfect like a brand new car. Simply removing the moss, treating the rusted areas, and applying a fresh, clean coat of paint is enough to give the car a noticeable transformation. This change not only makes it look better, but also helps others recognize its true value. Once completed, the car is not only operational, but can also be used for many different purposes. For example, it can serve as a transport vehicle for goods, be used in areas with rough terrain, or even for trips into the forest, where the durability and simplicity of older vehicles can actually be an advantage. In Vietnam, the demand for cars continues to grow. However, not everyone can afford to buy a brand new vehicle at a high price. That's why used cars that still run well always have their own market. For many people, as long as the car runs reliably and meets basic needs, that is enough. They don't focus too much on appearance, but instead value practicality and reasonable pricing. This is exactly why restored vehicles like this always attract interest in buyers. This girl clearly understands that. Every car she repairs and upgrades brings her a decent profit. While the amount may not be extremely large, doing it consistently turns it into a stable and reliable source of income. More importantly, this is not something everyone can do. It requires technical knowledge, hands-on experience, the ability to assess a vehicle's condition, and a keen eye to recognize hidden value in things others might overlook. That is her greatest advantage. She isn't just repairing cars. She's turning what others consider useless into valuable assets. It's a very smart way of making money because it doesn't require a huge amount of capital, but instead relies on skill and mindset. Instead of competing in overcrowded fields, she chooses a different path, one that not many people are willing to try. And that is exactly what creates opportunities for her. From this story, we can draw a meaningful lesson. In life, value doesn't always lie in what looks impressive on the outside. Sometimes things that seem worthless actually hold great potential. We just need the awareness to recognize it. Her way of thinking goes beyond simply repairing a car. It reflects how she approaches problems. She doesn't focus on difficulties. She focuses on solutions. She doesn't see something old and worn out. She sees potential. This is a mindset that anyone can learn. If we know how to observe, think, and make use of what we have, opportunities are always around us. The real question is whether we are willing to change our perspective. This story about a girl restoring old cars is not just about a job. It's proof that with the right mindset, anyone can create value from things that seem small or insignificant. So what about you? What do you think about her way of thinking and making money? Share your thoughts so everyone can hear and learn together. Does anyone have any advice or something they would like to share with this talented girl? She would truly be happy and grateful to hear sincere feedback from all of you. Sometimes even a small comment or a different perspective can help her grow and continue improving on the path she has chosen. Her journey is not just about restoring old cars, but also about perseverance, dedication, and a constant desire to learn. That's why your support and encouragement mean so much and serve as a powerful motivation for her to keep moving forward. If you have any experience, ideas, or simply words of encouragement, don't hesitate to share. Your feedback might become a meaningful turning point that helps her achieve even greater success in the future. We are truly grateful for your support and for following her journey all this time. Your attention and encouragement are not only a source of joy, but also a strong motivation for us to continue creating better and more meaningful content. Thank you all so much. See you again in the next videos. where we will continue to explore more inspiring stories together. She and I truly appreciate and love all of you.